Left. They need to keep their eyes on the Aphelios, but it's been in the darkness, been waiting to find that angle into the backline. 5K getting lower. Fiora is in the pit. Fiora is fishing for an angle. 2K. It's getting lower and lower. It's not going to get burned down quite yet. And Ruler for now is uncontested. Yagao in the midst of the entire team. Huge shutdown coming in. And it's Ruler taking over the fight. Yagao running for his life. The zap going to connect. The shutdown is everything. JDG have found the angle. They have found the fight. They have found the shutdown, and they will turn attention towards the jungler before they take the Baron.
In a world of ADCs, one man is king. It is Ruler standing above them all.
This time it's top lane that has to be the focus.
Well, and that had kind of been the story of both of their best of fives, is that Bin would go towards these carry picks. He would get a lot of jungle help from Xun. Sometimes he would create big individual advantages. Sometimes it would be a team effort to get him that advantage. He almost always was in a massive lead individually, but it just didn't always translate in the 5v5 because often on the other side of the map, you would have, Ruler in a really good spot. They would play well around him. Knight was creating individual advantages, and that just, seemed to matter more than what Bin could get.
Yeah, and even in this one, it's going to be kind of hard to try and play those side lanes, right? In theory, as long as the game goes the way you think, Jinx should be able to have decent push in the mid lane, should be able to keep the Aphelios locked in. You don't really have anyone that, apart from the Fiora, that can deal with the Ksante, or else then the Renekton goes against the Ahri. So you've got one lane of pressure, which makes it a little bit easier for JDG to deal with. So I'm really curious to see what Bin can achieve here.
Yeah, it will be really...
You're kind of all right here as Knight with the shorter lane.
Yeah.
It doesn't give Bin as much of an opportunity to go for these longer chase downs where you can proc multiple vitals and really get that damage down. So I'm kind of surprised, honestly, to see this one come through. It does make sense. Like, yes, it's an easier matchup for Bin, but not really getting the same punish as On.
Already on the bottom side of the map, On is in trouble! Alistar early game struggling here. I don't know how that happened, but I hope we get to see it in a replay because that's a disaster.
The only way that ever happens is the age-old way, not respecting their faster level 2. I can pretty much guarantee you they were fighting for level 2. JDG got it faster.
Try to bring them back, but it does make things a lot more difficult for Xun. We were talking about, hey, look, maybe you work through the mid jungle, but you can't really play into bot, so instead he's going to run with the top side.
Yeah, and he can get over the wall here unspotted, but he's got to wait for that wall breaker cooldown. You can see 8 seconds remaining on it, so it is going to be a bit. Yagao's trying to keep this off the turret. 369 has to know that Vi could be in the area, but
the charm hits a minion. Yagao doesn't have the charm. He's got the double dash too, but he doesn't even need it. Quick kill back in response on the top side for BLG.
It's a bit of a lose-lose situation there for 369. That's where you just need to get your jungler up there because you need to crash that wave. Otherwise, you just get perma-frozen by Yagao and you lose out a huge amount. So, yes, he gives us life, but...
And you can see that's why Yagao was holding on to it. He's just waiting for the move speed from his W. Needed that to come back up because he knew that there's no more slice and dice available. Xun gets it, but can he actually take this? We'll see. On is here.
Right. Elk getting the fight now kicked off. Alistar on the backside, pretty tanky. The knockup now coming through. Elk immediately going to cleanse it, trying to keep this fight going. Kanavi walking forward, trying to knock them back. The pullback is there. Vi now going in, but Ruler on the backside as well. And Ruler's just a little bit stronger. JDG again finding the fight, and the eye will go unpicked up by the side of BLG.
Elk gets clipped. Test this, right? You've got this great slow push in bot lane for JDG that, yes, they will be able to clear out with Inferno, but it means JDG gets to move over. Yeah, and there's the TP. Ksante are in a position. Kanavi in a great spot as well. You're going to 369 resetting, looking to get the TP in himself.
Then over the wall. Ready to get things started immediately on. Going to get the fight kicked off. They're trying to get to the back line. They're trying to take Ruler out already, but they're still standing. But no, finally cut down. They're finding the fight. Bin finding 2. It's massive for the side of BLG. They see their brief moment. They see their angle, and they delete 2 members of JDG.
That's immediately
coming in, throwing down the Maokai ultimate just to zone away to stop this Herald from coming through. JDG burning a lot of resources just to secure mid lane here.
They did, but On spent his ult, and that is actually really, really big because that means it's a one-way trip if Alistar goes in. You are not surviving without that ultimate.
Now immediately they're going to collapse. The chain CC is flawless. There's no room for the Ahri to play, but Elk firing back. Massive ulti on the backside of the fight. Elk trying to replicate performance from game 1, coming in bigger, trying to come in badder, but the Renekton instantly onto the back line. They're shredding through. The knockups are there. Knight will get taken down with 369 standing strong. It has been an Elk versus the world, and Ruler remaining untouched. Half health. Can they turn it back? JDG trading blow for blow with BLG in the bottom river.
When he's on WE in 2020, because he had to save it to bail out Elk or Jawmung at the time back in that bot side, but it feels like he's kind of leveled up over that time. He's really limit tested over the last 2 years. Exactly, and now he actually has stepped up, and the fact that he used to be so coin flippy into this player that is actually popping the hell off so consistently is super impressive, but might need to do so now.
Double TP's coming in mid, and then they got one of the flank missing now, needing to retreat. Ruler, where's he going to go? Kanavi fishing for the disengage, but it's been on the back line already. They need to get away from this Fiora. The parry now coming out, but but Ruler has made it out. The Grand Challenge to no effect as of yet. The Renekton right into the back line, forcing out so many ultimates. Big damage from the Aphelios, big response from BLG. JDG have to retreat. 369 giving his life, diving into trying to keep the rest of the team ready. But the charm is massive. The parry is huge. The shutdown is there. Yagao looking for a bit of revenge in the mid lane as he finds the triple kill, and BLG will take the fight.
Yagao is going crazy, finds the charm on the Ruler. He's not playing cleanse, and he has no chance to survive. BLG crushed the team fight mid lane. They take the tier 2. They're gonna take the Baron as well.
Pressure down until they can slowly creep their vision line forward and then contest the Baron.
And I think the game is just going to come down to one big fight as a team. You know, one big team fight at an objective here. Elk stepping too far forward.
The Gale Force out early, missing, just trying to keep the fight going. Elk in and outside, so he has to flash back over the wall. It looks like the Alistar will just be sacrificed, but more than tanky enough to make it out of that one. Charm now coming in. Bin on the bottom side, continuing to keep the pressure. Now starting to rotate over. JDG.
They can start this. They can start this for sure. They want to get Bin to respond. They want to draw him in here. JDG are going to commit to the Baron. Here comes the TP.
Full on 5v5, Elk over the wall. He's burned so many resources. He's got no mobility tools left. They need to keep their eyes on the Aphelios, but it's Bin in the darkness. Bin waiting to find that angle into the backline. 5k getting lower. Fiora is in the pit. Fiora is fishing for an angle. 2k. It's getting lower and lower. It's not going to get burned down quite yet. And Ruler for now is uncontested. Yagao in the midst of the entire team. Huge shutdown coming in. And it's Ruler taking over the fight. Yagao running for his life. The zap going to connect. The shutdown is everything. JDG have found the angle. They have found the fight. They have found the shutdown, and they will turn attention towards the jungler before they take the Baron.
In a world of ADCs, one man is king. It is Ruler standing above them all, wiping BLG off the map. JDG find their fight. And should...
Looking to find an angle with Bin. Burning the parry a little bit early. I don't think it's going to cost him at this stage. Pretty low cooldown. Knight losing a lot of health, though. JDG have to be careful. Kanavi potentially caught out, but not too concerned quite yet. Queuing back. Arcane Smash, certainly a good start. Jinx ult now coming out. Grand Challenge off to the side. A lot of damage going down. Ben trying to take out Kanavi. Kanavi finding a little bit of CC. He's running for his life. It's a split fight. BLG ready over the wall. Elk, huge damage. Not quite, as it's only connecting on a few. Missing there to body block. The Gale Force, and Ruler just does not quit. This man refuses to lose. Elk, not enough. It's a triple kill. Ruler taking over again in the fight.
Ruler's popping off again, and they can see blood in the water. Yagao will charm 369 for the moment, but he wants to take the game. They want to push us to a game 3, and Yagao is left with his head in his hands as JDG will continue their dominance here.
At the end of the day, JDG found themselves in a deficit, but it's beautiful team fighting, protecting Ruler on the back of Ruler. They move up to match point.